All right, we are live for another Market Update Monday here on the Aero Title Services page, and we come at you live every single week with local realtors along the Treasure Coast, and they share with you guys everything that's going on in real estate. Well, not everything, because there's so much going on, but as much as they can in a short period of time, they share with you how crazy our market is right now, as well as showcasing current listing that they have on the market and how things are just going. So it's always a great conversation. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, welcome. We're happy to have you guys here. Can't wait to get into this discussion today. And thank you to all of the local professionals who come on here to share their big brains in real estate with us every single week. So very much appreciate it, because it's valuable information that we're bringing out there to people on the social media world. So we're gonna, just so that if you are tuning in for the first time there, we run this in three parts. The first portion is where we talk about the market, how things are going, what it's looking like, and just what these local real estate professionals are seeing in trends for our market. Then the second portion is they showcase a current listing that they have on the market, so you guys can kind of get a feel for what things are going for right now. And then the third portion is any announcements that they have, because these local professionals always have amazing things going on. So it's always great to hear what they've got going on. And if you ever have any questions for these local professionals, you guys can actually ask us in the comments, and we can bring them up here if you have any questions throughout this. But as well as, you can always reach out to them on their Facebook pages, which are linked in the description of this video. All right, let's get this show started. Katie, why don't you start us off with what you have been seeing in the market and how crazy it is?
All right, ladies first in alphabetical order. I love it. Lucie, thank you for inviting me back to Market Update Monday. I'm so excited to share a little bit of information. Won't go into depth too much. We all know that the inventory is extremely low. The money is cheap. The insurance or the interest is very low. But I wanted to bring up something. So Florida Realtors releases articles on a daily basis. This one caught my attention. Best overall state. So in the United States, the U.S. News and World Report does a ranking based on a average of 3 years, asking 70,000 people to rank their state. And they do this in 8 categories: healthcare, education, economy, infrastructure, opportunity, fiscal stability, crime and corrections, and natural environment. So the big news for Florida is that we were at number 13. We are now number 10. We are in the top 10.
Beautiful.
So that sort of, highlighting that Florida is it's blooming and booming. I knew Chris would probably love that. I've been saying that a lot recently. The inventory's low. The interest rates are low.
Mm-hmm.
And, the buyers are really clawing, fighting, getting strategic, getting creative to be on the top of the heap when it comes to being able to purchase a property. In-migration from other states is tremendous. It has been for a couple of years. But of course, 2020 sort of, lit a fire on that. So with that, I'll let you guys continue on. You guys can talk, specific to your market. I'm basically in Palm City. I like to serve Palm City, Martin County. And we talk about those numbers every week. But I kind of wanted to give you a little more overview for Florida. And specifically our Treasure Coast is, like I said, blooming and booming.
Atta girl. That's my girl.
Love it. No, that was a great intro to the conversation here, Katie, and thank you so much. You always bring great value. Everybody always does on here. And with that, we're going to go to Demitri. What do you have to add into the conversation? How are things looking on your neck of the woods?
Well, they're looking about the same, but everybody I think right now is worried. Interest rates are going up. It's like they're panicking. Interest rates are going up, and yes, they are, but they were already so low. The amount that they're going up is so nominal that it's still a great time to buy a property as long as you can find one. And the interest rate, at 3% is still an awesome deal. So I encourage people to go ahead and jump in. If they're ready, go ahead and jump in. Let's find them a house. Several of us on here can certainly help you, and let's get her done.
I love it. Love that extra. Let's get her done. What a Florida thing to say. I like that.
Get her done.
Thanks, Demitri, for that addition into the conversation. You're right. A lot of people are kind of freaking out about the interest rate, but it is going up so little. And like, it's funny. I've had conversations with people and they're like, I remember when it was 17%.
Right.
And it's like, well, we're not in those days anymore. And we should be thankful, counting our lucky stars for that in itself. Great, Demitri. Thank you so much. Going on to Jessica. What are you seeing?
Hi. So hi, everybody. Lucie again, thank you for having me on. And just as everybody mentioned so far, the interest rates, yes, they're going up, but it's so not a threat. Not a threat at all. They're still so drastically low. It's still a great time to refinance and to go ahead and get pre-approved to go ahead and buy your first home. But what I love to talk about is data. I love my data. I'm on Florida Realtors all the time and like my market summary reports and whatnot. Love it. It's just a thing. So just to touch on a couple things, I am located mostly here in Port St. Lucie and like the surrounding areas. So, but for right now, today at this moment, I'm going to speak only on Port St. Lucie. So if you'll put this data on like a map or on like a graph, you'll see the number of listings going down, 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 down. And there's just about just under 900 or 950 listings right now in Port St. Lucie. Same thing with absorption rates, which basically means the amount of months. It's about 1.5 months now, and that's gone down as well. But what has slightly changed, ever so slightly this month, as of February actually, is the days on the market. So in January, the average day was like maybe 31 days, and now it's a whopping 38 days. What does this mean? I don't know yet. I don't know. It just means that we're having really smart sellers that are listening to their real estate professionals to get the most bang for their buck. So that might take a little bit of a longer time in negotiations. But I always say, listen to your real estate professional because we are here for your best interest. And, you know, we know a couple things about real estate. So just keep on listening to your real estate professional.
Love that. Yeah, you guys know a couple of things and more so with the multiple hats that you guys have. Love that. Thank you so much for that addition, Jessica. And with that, we'll go to Chris. What are you seeing?
What is going on, everybody? It is so good to see you all. Thank you so much for having me, Lucie. We finally made it happen. So first time on, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So I've definitely seen everything that everybody else is talking about here today. But one thing I want to talk a little bit, everybody talks about inventory, but I don't know if people out there really understand how inventory is calculated. So we as real estate agents use what's called a month supply of inventory, which basically means if we stop listing properties altogether, everything that's currently listed for sale would sell in a certain amount of months. So anything less than 6 months is typically a seller's market, and anything more than 6 months is a buyer's market. For most of my career, I've had it around between 4.5 and 5.5 months supply of inventory. Right now, it's like Jessica just got done saying, it's 1.6 months, 1.5 months, 1.2 months. So it is crazy, crazy, crazy low, which is a good thing, but it's also kind of a funky thing. Now, everybody's talking about interest rates going back up. I love the fact that interest rates are going up just because the fact that interest is so low right now. We closed one the other day at 1.99. I mean, that's free money. And I think what's happening to our inventory supply is the fact that there's so many buyers out there because this is free money. It's so cheap that all these buyers are jumping on. They want to buy something, buy something, buy something. So I think once these interest rates start creeping up a little bit more, that might chill out the buyer pool a little bit and our inventory will rise a little bit. And then one last thing I'm seeing, which is kind of a concern of mine, obviously me being in this industry, is I'm seeing a lot more for sale by owners than I've seen probably in the last 5 years. Now, I'm all for if you want to try to do something by yourself. I totally get that. Me, this is how I feed my family. I'm obviously a real estate agent. But in this market, what most people don't realize is they know that the market is hot and that the things are going fast and you can really maximize your dollar value. But I don't think a lot of these people don't understand what escalation clauses are or seller's disclosure statements or lease backs. So I'm telling you, if you're thinking about selling your house by yourself because this market is so hot, don't do it, because there are so many pitfalls that you can fall into. And it's unfortunate, but I've seen a lot of for sale by owners start to come up a lot more, especially the last 3 months. So, but other than that, it's like everybody else was talking about. The industry is crazy right now. It's a great thing, but you definitely need to kind of walk through it gingerly and make sure you talk to someone that knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. And we always on here, stress the point of utilizing a local professional as well, because it's just, there's so much going on in the market. There's so much movement that's going on. And if you have never been in the real estate industry before and you don't know what to expect, yeah, everybody's saying, oh, you can get so much money for bang for your buck and such like that. But it's like, or not bang for your buck. They're saying you can get so much money for your home. And like naturally, no matter what type of market is, a seller is always going to want more for their property and a buyer is always going to want a property for less, right? So it's, a thing that we're always kind of managing people's expectations and making sure that they understand, what are you expecting in this kind of market? And if you don't have representation, it really can be one of the major downfalls, because in that type of market, when you're getting 10, 12 offers, I mean, if you are a seller and you've never been in the real estate industry and you have 12 people put an offer in your house, how do you know which one's the best one?
Exactly.
How do you know how do you know if they know what they're talking about, or if you're going to get the best deal? And then you don't know how to read a contract because you don't look at contracts every single day.
Exactly.
And then if you're a buyer and you're on the other side and you're trying to be competitive with this market, like, how are you supposed to have that conversation with someone who literally for their job on a daily basis creates contracts, knows they're trying to fight for their seller? It just doesn't even make any sense for you not to use a local professional. And I think sometimes people get a bad rep for the real estate professional. If a real estate professional isn't working hard for you, then you just need to move on to the next.
Exactly. People
who come on here, I always give huge kudos to the people who take the time out of their day to come on here, because it is a crazy market. We're all very busy, but the people who come on here to share information with you guys, they're the ones who are taking time because they understand how important it is for you guys to be best equipped with the best information with this market. So very, very thankful for the professionals who come on here. And I want to just pose one question, because we always go into like a discussion type. After everybody's spoken, we go into a discussion portion here. And if you are watching in the audience, you're absolutely welcome to ask a question and throw it at us. But we're going into the second quarter already for 2021.
I know.
Weird.
Crazy.
So what are you guys kind of projecting as we're normally in a normal Florida market for here in the Treasure Coast? We live in a very high area for snowbirds. And so usually during this time, people are trickling out. March, April, people are going back up north. You guys are all shaking your heads. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like crazy. We're dealing with something that's completely new for our industry. But like usually people are leaving Florida during this time. We're getting into a slower piece of our season. We're getting into summer, getting ready for summer. But I don't think that's going to happen with how the last year has been, I've heard a statistic the other day, or that it wasn't even a statistic. It's not a statistic put out yet. Florida is still calculating it on how many people are actually coming to Florida a day, because before it was about 1,000 people a day. But now there's clause to say that that's probably doubled or even tripled over the last year, which is insane. So open discussion. What do you guys think about the next quarter coming up and how what we're going to be seeing, and just how all of what I just said kind of flows to it?
The people that are staying, they are staying because they don't want to go back to what was their home state, and with the current state of their state and the local economy. If they really don't have much to go back to, why are they going to leave? Florida's been open for business. We're in phase 3. They've got 80 or 60% of the seniors vaccinated here. So there's a consumer confidence that is much higher here than in some other states where our snowbirds come from. So that's just my 2 cents from my little world and the people that I'm talking to. I live in a golf-centric community, hanging out at the clubhouse with a lot of seasonal residents. And if you get into conversation with them, got to be careful, not get too political about it. But they are saying they're staying in Florida. They're gonna stay through the season and see what happens. They're in a position where they can financially, because they're snowbirds or they're seasonal residents. They don't need to go back. So they're wanting to stay.
Yeah, I'm seeing, so for the leads, the buyer leads that I'm getting, a higher majority of those leads are people that are out of town. They're younger, they're in their 30s. They are looking to move permanently to Florida, and that the reason is that their job has transitioned to work from home. And so since they're working from home, they're no longer limited to having to live, where they currently live. So they want to move. They're coming from California, a lot of them. They're coming from Chicago. I get a lot from New Jersey and New York. Those have been kind of the primary areas. I think what we're going to see over the next 3 months is all going to depend on, what's happening with the pandemic and the economy and businesses over the next multiple months, because businesses as a whole that shut down, in essence, from having a physical presence and requiring people to come into work, who now have learned that they can effectively continue to make money, their workforce can be remotely deployed. Those businesses that choose to stay on that platform, as opposed to saying, okay, now I can bring you back into the office. If more businesses stay on that platform, I think we will continue to see a large increase, because Florida is just, it's that destination place. And this is I've seen several people say, I live where you vacation, right? So
I have that in my pool in the backyard,
right? Exactly.
Totally do.
So people will go, well, I'm no longer limited of, where I live and work. I can why not be in a great place, So I think we're going to see that continual case. The only thing that will disrupt that is businesses as a whole. If they decide, okay, we're now going to go back to the more traditional model, you're going to have to come into the office and you're going to work. I quite honestly don't see that happening. I think as a business owner, looking at saying I've cut my overhead and my pool of talent is no longer limited to my city. It's nationwide, actually worldwide, really, because I can hire people anywhere. I've put the tools in place, and I've learned how to manage that workforce. I think we will start seeing a large influx. In fact, it wouldn't shock me that, we go to 10,000 a month coming in by the end of the year, coming into Florida, and that we will see a very young group either being their first time moving from a higher rent now into an affordable house, or they've sold their house that they had, especially if they're in California. They sold their house. Their buying power here is huge, because they sold that $800,000 house in California that was a small 900 square foot box, and they're going to come here and they're going to spend $350,000, $400,000 and have 2,000 square feet in a pool. So I think we're going to see that trend continue.
Absolutely.
And I agree. There's a lot of stuff that I agree with both of them. And Katie hit on the head too. I'm seeing this year for the first time. Usually during season, we see a lot of the snowbirds come down here and they rent. Now I'm seeing a lot of purchases. People are now coming down here and they're purchasing. So, and for me personally, my busiest time that I usually deal with is usually May, June, and July. The summer months for me are super, super busy. And I think it's because a lot of families that I deal with have kids, and they don't want to uproot their kids during the school season, so they wait for summer. So I agree with all you. I don't see the snowbirds leaving. I think they're going to stay here for an extended period of time. I also have a rental on Hutchinson Island. It's been packed. Where it's usually around this time we start to see it kind of die down a little bit, especially once Easter hits, it usually goes back to normal. But I agree with you, ladies, and everybody, and Demitri, you as well. I think that we are seeing such an influx here, because here in Martin and St. Lucie County, we're kind of in a bubble, right? It's not like Miami-Dade, or it's not like Orlando, or these big cities. We have this bubble here, which, the pandemic has definitely affected us here, but not as much as some of the people down in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. And we have this really, really great allure of this area. But me personally, like I said, snowbirds I think they're purchasing now. There's always a portion of them that purchase when they come down here during season, but most of the time it's rentals. And I'm seeing people that have called me and said, Chris, I just spent a month on Atlantis A. We're looking to buy something. What do you have? So I'm seeing a lot of purchases coming out, and I think it's just going to get even crazier because the summer months are coming up, and now all the families are going to start hitting, which is another reason why I think that the interest rates going up, I think, is good. And you guys out there that are watching this, remember this. 5% is a fantastic interest rate. That is a very, very good interest rate. We're seeing them like 2.5 to 2.75 right now. That's ridiculous. So when they do get up to the 4.5%, 5%, that's still good. But I do think once they get up to that point, I do think the buyers will kind of slow down a little bit, and then the inventory, I'm hoping, will kind of go up a little bit more. So
I wanted to mention something about land, vacant land, and new construction. That's like my main area. So maybe in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I've called 50 landowners. A lot of them live, in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. And I'm like, hey, so do you want to sell it? Because, I need some inventory. No, we're actually going to be building soon. I was like, oh, okay, great. And that was like the same answer I got across the board. So with that being said, I think that the demand of these new homes, new construction is going to skyrocket in the next quarter. I've already seen it, which means that new construction home prices will be going up, but it's still going to be a bargain because, it's so affordable right now. It's so affordable, but also I think it's going to make the build times, go a little bit longer. Right now we're at a 7 to 10 month build time, and that may become, 9 to 12 months, but it'll still be, a deal and a bargain. But that demand is gonna skyrocket for new construction homes because all of these lots, I'm specifically here in the Torino area of St. Lucie West, they're either being built on or held on to, and they are not letting go of that, no matter if they can get $100,000 for that lot, which I have seen. It's incredible. It's insane right now. And even lots I didn't even know were lots, just like driving by and going online. I'm just like, is that a new house going up there? Okay. I didn't even realize it. It's like in the middle of nowhere, but it's crazy right now. It's happening.
It really is. No, and all of your points so on point. but you're so right about all of that. New construction has been booming and is going to be booming even more. And they're not making more land, guys. They're really not.
Right.
Especially here in Florida. But just, I think, and I want to highlight as well as what Demitri said, with the sense of remote workers, because we've had a lot of snow. We naturally have a lot of snowbirds who come here. And then now I think we're going to be seeing a lot more families coming from a lot of places because of that remote work that they're going to be able to do. And I've had multiple conversations because I'm in the travel sphere as well. And I've talked to a lot of travelers and just what their perspective is and like what's important to them. A lot of them are now working remotely. And now that they've had a taste of that freedom, they're like,
Totally.
even if the employer is like, hey, we want you to come back to work. And they're like, no. They're like, fire me. I don't even they'll go get another remote job because they're just they're out there now. Like that is another piece of the aspect that's like being added in. And now people are like, now they can move to where they want to go to and have a nice home and still have their good paying job. Like it's insane. It's just crazy how many assets or how many aspects are adding into what's making our industry so crazy right now. But it is going to be really interesting to see the next quarter, and I can't believe we're like right there, and just how things go.
And Lucie, one other factor that maybe might be worth noting that we need to talk about is the eviction and foreclosure moratorium. So these people that probably may not be able to afford to live in these homes in the near future, it's time to think about selling that property because there are multiple buyers. So you can get your equity out of the property and figure out a new living arrangement, go to, a move in with other family members or figure out your exit strategy before the hammer drops and those eviction and foreclosure rules are lifted. So, we definitely have the buyers for that inventory. The banks know how to foreclose quickly. They've done it before. They figured it all out about 12 years ago. And, if you think that you're going to be living for very long with not paying a mortgage, I think that you might be mistaken. But let's get you out of that property, get you the equity now so you can figure out your plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And being just cognizant of, your situation and understanding that. I think, a lot of people want to hold on to their properties, but at the end of the day, if you can't afford it and you don't put yourself in a situation, take advantage of the good market that there is. And we've talked about this, and you've mentioned this, Katie, that right now the buyers are more qualified than they've ever been before.
Best qualified buyers we've ever seen. They made it through a pandemic. They've got a job. They got money in the bank. Oh my God, these are the best buyers we've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely crazy. So we're going to move on. What a great discussion that was. If you guys are just tuning in right now, make sure you guys rewatch the description or what we just went over. These local professionals, if any of you guys want to reach out to them, feel free to. Their description of, or in the description of the video, you can link to their Facebook pages, see all of what they're doing, and just connect with these local professionals. You can also rewatch on our YouTube channel all of these previous weeks that we've done for Market Update Monday, almost a year now. We started last April. Insane. So it's really cool to hear like what we were talking about back then and kind of how it's comparing to now. Now we're almost a year into it. So it's really cool that we have this platform and that we're able to share this. Thank you to the local professionals who come on here. And we're going to move on to the section of now listings. What are these listings looking like? Each of the local professionals who are on here are going to showcase a current listing that they have in the market. You guys are going to get an idea for what is on the market, what it's going for, and what it's just looking like. I love this portion because I think it's just so good. Like you're getting to see what these actual houses are going for and what you're getting for your buck. So we're going to get started with Katie again and showcase us what you got.
All right. So I'm hoping you can see 1438 Southwest Rustic Lane, Katie Bourgeois with the Bourgeois Real Estate Group. The asking price for this property is $560,000. It is one of very few waterfront properties available with a dock that has ocean access in Palm City. So we're looking here at a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage with a pool. Like I said, ocean access, waterfront home with a 30-foot dock and a boat lift. Our phone number is 772-444-6989 if you would like to learn more about this property. I have to tell you that the current state of the market is ridiculous, where we have multiple buyers for every property. We definitely have multiple buyers for this property. We have multiple offers on the table, and we will be making a decision hopefully right after our chat today. Palm City, there's really nothing under $600,000. This has gone under contract with another buyer. That cash buyer was unable to close due to unforeseen bank fraud stuff. So we are back on the market. We had a great open house this weekend. There are so many, like I said, fantastic buyers in the market. This one will not last. Of course, usually that's the kiss of death, right? But I know multiple offers, and oh my God, Chris, I won't say boasts ever.
Please don't. Thank you.
Fresh landscaping, waterfront property. We can do virtual and in person on anything on the Treasure Coast for you. Again, this is a 30-foot dock. It does have a screened and covered patio, and then the pool is open, as you saw in the video there. It does have a fenced yard, cool bamboo. It's on a cul-de-sac, so it's nice and quiet. You're not getting a whole lot of traffic. You're not going to see a whole lot of boat traffic because you're sort of at the southern portion where you go out to the ocean. So there is one fixed bridge. I'm told that it's about 12-foot clearance, and that's going to depend on what time of the day and the incoming or outgoing tide. Again, Katie Bourgeois with the Bourgeois Real Estate Group, 772-444-6989. We will have other properties like this. We actually have a waterfront vacant property for $469. We're asking for that. If this one doesn't suit your fancy, you can build your own house in Stuart on the water on Cougar Creek Place.
What was the price of this one again, Katie?
This one is $560.
$560.
And she gone. She gonna be gone.
She gone.
She's down. Awesome. Love it.
I love you,
Thank
Katie.
Right back at you.
All righty. We're going to go on to Demitri. What do you have for us? What's on the market? What do we see?
So I have a, let's see, let me give you this one. So I have a beautiful, this is a manufactured home. Let's see, did that show up? Yeah, it showed up.
You got to click on the other side.
Other side, right there. No?
No. So you're on the browser. So go to the other, expand the, over there. Exactly.
Okay. So do you see this? You see it? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make that bigger?
Yeah, sure. I thought I had shared just that.
There we go. Yep,
Okay,
there you go.
perfect. Okay, so this is a manufactured home. It is in Savannah Club. It's 3339 Ironwood Avenue in Savannah Club, which is a 55 plus community. The nice thing about this is you actually own the land. It's almost 1/4 of an acre. It's on the water. They're only asking $272,000 for it. And this end down here is a complete 1-1 mother-in-law suite, which they currently have rented for $700 a month. So you get this beautiful house with this 2 different storages. You've got a CBS mother-in-law suite, and then you got the manufactured 2-2 mobile home on the water that is just taken care of very well for only $272,000. And you have $700 of income coming in for this. So don't really expect it to last long. You can give me a call at 561-254-4673, and we'll get this one going as well.
Get it going.
Love it. Love it. That's beautiful. And that's like very nice. I know that you had mentioned that it has that piece on the front that you can even have as a business too, right? You were saying before?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, so cool. Love that. Love the spaces where you can kind of flex and make it, multiple things at once. It's always awesome. Right. Thank you, Demitri. All right, Jessica, what do you have for us?
All right. So good thing all of my listings are under contract. Woo! So I just want to talk about my specific area, though. I specifically, when I'm in Port St. Lucie, I'm working in St. Lucie West, in Torino, and in that little PGA golf community. Now, for home prices between $250,000 and $500,000, take a wild guess at how many currently listed today homes that are available right now.
10.
25.
That's crazy.
There are 25 homes on the market. And I believe I just saw that like 5 or 7 of those were just listed in the last 2 weeks, which I'm highly positive that they have some type of pending offers right now. So the market is so fast right now. And, honestly, the best thing for everybody watching this right now is to be fully prepared when you're going out to look for homes. Don't just, oh, that looks cute. Let's go take a look at that. Nope. We're not going to have any of that. I want to see that pre-approval letter. I want to see that proof of funds, because there are only 25 houses available in my area. Oh my God, it's crazy. So if you're ready to buy, take a look at nextmoveflorida.com and just take a look at the listings that are available, and then we can just go from there, because it's crazy out here, folks.
Love it, Jessica. Thank you for that. All right, and we're gonna go to Chris.
All right, so at a market, homes like this don't come. Got it. No, go ahead. No, that's perfect. Do it.
Did you want to talk before I started?
I was going to do. I have 2. I have 1. I was going to do, but you know me, I have to do a video. I was going to talk about one that wasn't a video, but then I was like, you know what? The video is not ready yet, so I have to do a video. So this one is located in Eastport, which is one of the highly desirable areas of Port St. Lucie. It's right close to Martin County, but you're not paying Martin County prices. And then and I'll talk about that in a second. But go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Often.
Let me back it up.
In this market, homes like this don't come up very often. And we all know that inventory is extremely low. Well, let me ask you a question. Are you looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that was fully renovated in 2019? The answer is yes. Keep watching. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, 772-209-0698. As always, my name is Chris Thiel with the Flannery team at ReMax Stuart, and I will see you on the next one. Boom. Hey, so I had to do the video one, but that one's 300,000, you guys. It's a little over 50, or a little about 1,500 square feet. It was fully renovated in 2019 or 18. When I say fully renovated, I mean new floors, new AC, new roof, new water heater, the whole 9 yards, new paint job on the inside and the outside. It is a stunning home. Also, we have I one in Port St. or in Palm City in Riverbend. That's 1.4. And I have another one that's coming up in Rocky Point, right on the water, and that will be listed at 1.3. So be on the lookout for those.
Awesome. Love the video. I love it. It was great. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So guys, you just saw what is on the market and what those are going for. If you happen to miss it, feel free to rewatch this video. If you have any questions about the properties that you just saw, feel free to reach out to the local professionals who are on here. You can reach out to them on their Facebook pages. In the description of this video, you can reach out to them, and you can always rewatch this replay as well on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel, Arrow Title Services. So we're going to go into the next portion, and the next portion is talking about upcoming things or announcements that these local realtors have. Yeah, no, you're good.
I jumped the gun.
That's all right. That's all right. It's your first time, Chris. You're
That's right. Good. Thank you.
So it's all right. You'll have an opportunity to re-showcase it. So yeah, they always have great things going on. And even if you're not in the market right now to buy or sell or whatever it might be, feel free to still reach out to them or just follow them on their Facebook pages, because they always have great things. It's just good to be a little bit in the know. So always recommend going to their Facebook pages and just seeing what's on. So you got your hand on the gas a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Katie. Katie, what do you have coming up? We know you always got something coming up.
Can you see that?
Oh,
whoa.
I think that the platform is like really excited about Chris's video. It's it was like, whoa, boom.
Holy moly. Let me try and share a different way.
A little excited.
If it will work in a different application window there. Can you see that?
There we go. Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't see. I'm scrolling down so you can see the address and such. So we have a new listing at 12030 alternate A1A in Palm Beach Gardens, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. This is a townhome style condo. This will be open on Sunday. Call Pat for more information, or you can call our office at 772-444-6989. It has been on the market for just about a week. Motivated seller, great little area of 5 buildings, little cluster there, and there's a community pool. This is, again, a 2-story townhome style condo with a half bath downstairs, laundry center, all there for you. So give us a shout, 772-444-6989. Open house on Sunday.
Love it. That's really cool. I liked the little aerial view of that. I think that gave a good perspective of the house. I like it.
Thank you so much for noticing my fantastic marketing.
Yep, you're welcome.
That's why we do so well with sellers. We represent sellers, with really good marketing. Chris is fantastic with video marketing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys all do an awesome job. All right, Demitri, what do you have coming up? What announcements you got?
From your calendar.
Oh, you're muted.
There we go. Now I'm unmuted. And let's see. Can I see if that shows up big? How's that? That showing up big enough?
Yep, showing up.
Oh, perfect. So, the thing we talked about is people coming to Florida and looking at it. And the cool thing is that in Florida, we have so many things to do. And I think that is one of the attractions of lifestyle in Florida. A lot of people think, hey, it's play golf or go out on the water, maybe do fishing. But there's so much more. And here's just St. Lucie itself as far as things to do, simple website you can look at. You can see you got tours of the mangroves. You've got art exhibitions that are out. You've got, this is the beautiful time for baseball. So you get to see all the young baseball players in the spring training camps that are happening. So you got Clover Park, you got a bunch of games there. You got wine tastings, you've got the Bluegrass Jam. So it's just a wealth of things to do in the St. Lucie County area that almost every day, at least every weekend, can be jam-packed, very affordable, and you never get bored.
Love that. Thanks, Demitri. We definitely do have a lot going on in our area here along the Treasure Coast, especially now that things are, kind of getting into some semblance of normalcy. It is changing a lot with the events coming back, those monthly or not monthly, yearly events that we usually have.
Right.
So thanks for bringing that up, Demitri. All right, Jessica, what do you have coming up? Oh, you're muted too. Here.
Sorry about that. So similar to what Demitri just shared, I actually wanted to share this really quickly. It's going. Can you see this? The St. Lucie County?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Florida Trend magazine special that recently came out. The entire magazine is based on St. Lucie County, and it's all about all of our trends, what's happening, just everything that somebody from out of town would want to know. I'd be happy to share this with anyone who would want it or be interested in it. It's just such a great tool for anyone moving to the area, and also just us as realtors, so we can know just all the information needed to help our clients the best. So anybody can have that, and I'll be happy to email it to them. Just email me at jessica@jessicaktaylor.com, and I'll be happy to share that with y'all.
Awesome. Love that. Thank you, Jessica. I always love all the things for our local community. You guys always, I know each and every one of you do so much in our community. So just thank you for that, because I know you guys are involved in all your own ways. And it's just great to always see that. All right, Chris, here's
Perfect.
your time to shine.
So I jumped the gun last time. So, all right. Can you guys see this? Is it big enough?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So this is one that we have that is listed right now. This one is listed. It's in Riverbend. It's $1.4 million. So, and it's one of the best houses I've ever seen. So if you can see, it's right on the lake. The water is right across the street. It is 5 beds and then possibly 6 that is actually on the lake. What the cool thing is too, is if you see this area right here, this is an actual guest house. The guest house is there, and it's this loft style. And I'll go down to the kitchen just so you guys can see the kitchen. But just to kind of put this in perspective from a pricing standpoint, we have this listed. It's $1.4 million. There was one across the street. It is under contract. I do not know what the sale price is, but it's under contract for $2.4. So that kind of gives you an idea that $1 million is basically for the water. But this is a beautiful, beautiful community in here that there's not very many homes. This is the master bedroom. And then I'll just show you real quick the guest house. So this is the outside area. There is the guest house right here. And then if you go inside the guest house, it's kind of this cool little separate kitchen efficiency area. And then upstairs is actually where the bedroom is. It's perfect for family member. If people are looking for a mother-in-law suite or something along those lines, it's perfect for them. So that's that one. And then I do have another one coming up that's going to be 1.3. I don't have many details on it as of yet, but it will be in Rocky Point. The water is right there with a boat slip as well that can fit up to, I believe, a 52-foot boat. That one will be 1.3 million, and more details on that to come. So thanks a lot.
Love it. Thank you so much, Chris. If anyone wants to sell me the guest house, I will take it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for just all the information that you guys bring to this episode, and just every time that you guys come on. I am so thankful for all of you guys just sharing your big brains in real estate, I call them. If you guys are just tuning in now and you guys missed this awesome rendition of the Market Update Monday that we do every single week, feel free to rewatch it here on Facebook, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Arrow Title Services, and check it out there. Make sure to check out these local professionals, all of which they're doing. Always great information, as well as make sure to tune in next week for Market Update Monday. We go live every Monday at 2 p.m. with local realtors that come on, share the big brains in real estate, share knowledge, and it's just a great great way to get educated on what's going on with the market and stay up to date on what's happening. So thank you all again for being here. I'm looking forward to the next time that you guys are on, and we'll see you guys then.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a
Bye.
great week. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all out there.